Warning, warning. The views and expressions that you will hear are exclusively our expressions. You will hear and feel as follows: chaos, insanity, humor, passion, strength, highs, thought-provoking angles, and velvet talk. Most importantly, do not fear what you've been warned about.
The good old velvet Jugganaut. You got your guy, it's a wild child.
Yeah.
And you got your lovely Lynneopoly.
Ayo.
What's the business with y'all today, folks?
Cool, chillin', old chillin'.
How you doing, young lady?
Same.
Sweet as donut glaze.
Something's wrong with you.
Y'all pray for me. Real quick, we're going to talk about what everybody already know. It ain't news no more, but I do want to know what y'all think about that whole H&M situation. The whole, like, I do want to hear some thoughts. I'm sure everybody else want to hear what you think about the situation. With the, you seen that too, right?
I'm sorry, I'm about to pour them on it. I'm sorry, I gotta pour them.
Yeah, gonna pour you a glass,
yeah,
bro.
Man,
gonna pour you a glass real quick. It's gonna be required. So
yeah, that's very interesting.
So what did you think when you seen the little guy with the?
Have to sip liquor on that.
Yeah, pour some up real quick.
See, my take on this, like, well, did he choose the shirt? Is that something that he liked? Was my question. Because everybody's making it out to what they're making it out to.
Exactly.
Everybody got their own opinion about the situation.
Exactly.
But that was my first question. I was like, well, how did that man been his favorite color? And he's just like, he made like monkeys.
Do you think H&M should have said, as a company, do you think they should have said, whoa, because they know what it should have known. Apparently they did know, or apparently they just did it anyway. Yeah. I don't know what their thought process was, but for them to see a little black boy take a picture and says, I think the coolest monkey in the jungle, the coolest monkey in the jungle. If you're behind the camera and you're like, I know you like green,
right.
But from a business standpoint,
right.
Do you think they should have said this ain't, because their apology was weak. I don't know if you've seen the apology that said we took this sweater off the market and we're so sorry if anybody got offended. Like, they said as if you might have not got it. Like,
right, like it's already too late for that.
Yeah, so for anybody that got offended, we sorry for y'all.
Yeah.
But if you cool with it, that's cool too. That's how I took it. So I was like, I don't know about this, but I do hear what you're saying too, because I was thinking, but I wasn't really thinking about it from the kid's perspective. I was thinking about it from like, I know that boy didn't walk down there. His mom or dad or stepdad or whoever took him down there and they said, hey, this is the picture we're going to do.
Absolutely.
And so somebody's still going to be held accountable. It ain't cool either way. But I'm wondering, like, was the parents like, shit, we'll be that for the money or that's all right. Like,
right. So I'm hoping that this was all like proofread prior to actually putting it out.
Exactly.
First things first, you know what I'm saying? You don't
maybe he's adopted and his parents ain't what we think they are.
Or they're going live. You know what I'm saying? Hey, we like that kid, put a shirt on and we're going live.
Exactly.
Nobody knows. But in regards to the situation of the slogan, which is the hitter.
Yeah, exactly.
The slogan is the hitter. So that has to be H&M situation. Now, at the same time, it's like, well, did he actually pick the shirt? And then they kind of went with the slogan with the shirt
after the fact.
Yeah, it's a lot of.
Well, if you're taking business moves from what looks to be a 8-year-old,
yeah, that shouldn't even offered him.
It shouldn't be like
that shouldn't even been on the table.
I'm pretty sure that's. And then I heard that the other little boy's shirt said something like "amazing."
Oh,
like,
wow.
I heard
King
the
of
other
the
little
Jungle
boy.
or something.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like, I heard the
yeah,
other
see,
little
I didn't
boy
know
shirt
that.
said like something extraordinary, like something positive or something good.
Yeah.
So that's why it's really
it's
a super high controversy
Yeah.
in regards to the shirt.
It's almost like that Dove situation. Like when that happened, you remember the Dove situation? Yeah. Like that happened, and then we all just watched. Which really the one I want to go in on, that Cincinnati, that high school basketball team that it said what they have on the back, Coon.
Yeah,
they had this on their jerseys. A high school basketball team. They had they came out. It was supposed to be a air quotes joke, and the front of their jersey said "Wet Dreams."
Yeah,
the Wet Dream Team. Yeah, the Wet Dream Team. And then on the back they put Negro, but they spelled it KNEE space GROW, which don't change, the fact.
Don't change anything. It don't change anything. I don't care how you spell it.
Yeah.
I don't care how you spell it.
And then Coon. Somebody had Coon.
And they said again too, like if anyone got offended, like if.
Yeah, there's too many.
That's not an out. If I'm like, that's wild, because what really made me think about and they might have covered it on the story. I saw this on the Breakfast Club on the dunk. There was the dunk of the day. I'm wondering, like, was the coach involved? Like, did the kids just order that? And money had to come from somewhere.
Right.
Or did they tell the coach, we trying to wear Negro on the back of our jersey?
And on top of that, somebody had to approve it.
Yeah.
Somebody had to look at it. Hey kids, this is what y'all want to do. And somebody had to approve it.
And somebody said, cool.
And they the locker room like that.
Exactly.
Right.
What I was kind of questioning, I was like, is like, did they order it themselves? Like, did some kid order it themselves, and did they all, either way, it don't make it cool. I'm just trying to figure out how this happened. And then they said, we're gonna wear this. Or was the coach involved? Like, yeah, we go do it like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like there's too many variables in actually both of these situations. There's a lot of questions in regards to the H&M situation. There's a lot of questions in regards to this high school basketball team situation.
Exactly.
The good thing about it is, the follow up with the basketball team is that they actually are not doing anything anymore. Like, the basketball team has been booted out.
Yeah, they just shut the whole team down.
They shut it all down.
Yeah, they shut the whole team down.
So I like that the school district was proactive. Mm-hmm. Like, hey, we don't condone this, and in lieu of us not condoning this, we shut it down.
Just shut the whole thing down. Yep. So that was cool, that how they, I guess how they attempted to resolve it. It's not cool that it happened at all. Period. Yeah, period. The H&M situation. But how I personally feel, people gonna do what they need to do. When Paula Deen made 1,000 apologies, and how that went, and then poor verbiage on that. Yes. It made it stuff worse. A lot of times, if from what you're saying, you can make the stuff worse. But I don't know. I just thought it was fucked. Yeah, verbiage is a beautiful thing. Yeah. The way you say shit, it ain't how you say it. What it say, and what you say is how you say it. Yep. In this case, it was what you say too. In this case, it was what you say and how you say it, and don't say that. Yeah. And if you don't got nothing nice to say, don't say nothing.
Your mama taught you well.
Exactly. But shoot, and then and we're gonna touch the whole Ginuwine situation. And we know it's a magical world, so we're gonna touch it in a magical way, but Ginuwine, we watched a video together, so like I know. Ginuwine was on the I don't know, what was it,
Big Brother. Yeah. Big Brother House, like in the UK.
Yeah, it was a show called Big Brother House in the UK. So Ginuwine's on the show, and the thing about it, why I really don't fault Ginuwine, is because it was a whole bunch of it was a couple of people that were transsexual on the show. Yeah. And when they were talking about it, Ginuwine said she said something along the lines like a lot of people would not date somebody like me or something like that. Right. And Ginuwine even said, I think a lot of people would. He just said, I wouldn't. Then she asked, would you? He said, I wouldn't do that, but it's a lot of people that would do that, which is true. Now, then she proceeds to ask, would you date me? And then I guess he was kind of asking a question in a PC way, in a safe way, but he was like, well, are you a woman? What's going on? And then she said, yes, I'm a woman. And then they kind of snickered and stuff. And then she grabs Ginuwine and attempts to kiss him.
Yeah.
Me too.
No.
Exactly. So, what I'm tripping off, I ain't even tripping. Like, everybody's coming at him like, you're wrong for that. So, like, are we gonna get to a point in society that you just have to let it happen? Like, you just have to, and when I mean let it happen, I mean let it happen. Let something that you don't want to happen. Like, I don't want this. This is not my preference. I think I have my own preference. You got a preference. Everybody got a preference. Do you get to a point where you're just like, I don't have a preference because I have to do this because I don't want to be in the media?
No.
You should have that.
No, you should have your own. Everybody's different. So you should have your own opinion. You should draw your own thoughts and own viewpoints on everything. In regards to the Ginuwine situation, I really do feel like that he actually made the correct move. He didn't actually do anything that was going to be offending to anybody.
Yeah.
His verbiage was actually, what we talk about verbiage, his verbiage was actually right in regards to the situation. So I don't think in regards to that particular segment that we watched, I don't think anything was wrong with that.
Exactly.
But he is getting the backlash of it.
Exactly.
Which is the bad part because of the simple fact that he did deny what he denied.
And that's what I'm saying. Do you just have to say, yes, I accept this? Because
no, if I don't like chitlins, I ain't gonna accept no chitlins.
Exactly.
I'm just not gonna do that.
Exactly.
Mama can have the best chitlins in the world.
Exactly.
And that's something that I don't eat. Mama, I do apologize. I'm not eating your chitlins. That's just something that happens.
Unrelated. Do you like chitlins?
I do not like chitlins.
Some tell me this conversation was getting too real.
I don't.
It was getting too real.
I do not like chitlins one bit, bro.
You're killing me, my guy.
You killing me? How you like that?
Forgive me for being from the South with an F on the end.
Yeah, terrible.
But anyway, man, we're gonna get right to the topic, and I want both of y'all. I want your minds to go ahead and marinate. Let your mind marinate on the question. How I'm gonna word it. The question is, this just gonna take us right in. When do you mind your business? And what I mean by this, when I'm saying it is, let's just say it like this. You got a close friend, girl, dude, either way. It could be either way or both.
You know them both.
You know them both.
There you go.
You know them both. Because I was finna go, I'm gonna go both ways on this.
Okay.
Let's just say for starters, you have a homeboy.
Yeah.
Your homeboy, you know his girlfriend, but you only know his girlfriend because of him.
Yeah.
When you're around him, you see him and you see his girlfriend.
Okay.
Now, you're aware that he's doing some alternate activity.
Extracurriculars.
Some extra stage right into something left.
Exactly.
There you go.
She's a nice girl. She's not your best friend in the world. She's just a nice girl.
Mm-hmm. She doing right.
Are you gonna get a pen and paper and write a statement?
Get some binoculars.
Yeah.
Right. So that ties into like it's real tough. So to my guy, that's my guy, and that's loyalty.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm loyal to my guy because the only reason I know her is because of my guy.
Yeah.
And, I look to my right and my guy is doing something that, who would to say is forbidden?
Yeah.
But in the midst of it,
yeah.
This is something that I know that his lady wouldn't agree with.
Of course.
Okay. Now, in my opinion.
Are you talking to him though? Are you going to tell him you man?
My loyalty is to my guy, and what I would do is actually speak to my guy about the situation. That's what I would do.
True.
So I wouldn't go to her.
She's a good girl.
And be like, my dude is actually doing you dirty.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna do that. What I would do is approach my guy and be like, hey, bro, you might have something good right here, right now.
Yeah.
And in lieu of that, I know you doing your extra hip dips and skips, you know what I'm saying? But I would highly recommend, keeping that to a bare minimum to zero.
Exactly.
Because this woman seems like she's here to stay.
And how you approaching it?
Me?
Close friend. You know your close friend is doing some extreme dirt.
I'm gonna just be like, I don't know how their relationship is set up. I don't know.
She said she don't double dip the chip in the conversation. Okay.
Yeah.
It's too much queso in here.
Next thing you know, you tell her or you tell him or whatever, and now you're out there spying for folks, and you're all involved, and I got other things to do, like
secret mission.
Yeah, exactly. Playing detective and stuff. Like,
007.
And see, that's what I'm thinking. Another thing in today's society, which is, and I'm sure everybody agree with this, every time, and I'm not one to be reporting stuff like this, but anytime you ever, and I'm sure we all been through it, if you told somebody, not this, but if you just told somebody, yo, this and that, but don't tell nobody, you get that phone call, I heard you said
right
XYZ. Or, don't worry, cause Wild Child already told me. Or,
so you remember, telephone line? You remember how you go down and you, like, use a little game?
Oh, yeah.
So you tell one thing, and by the time
it'll be the change.
It'll be the change the whole thing on top.
The thing about that game, though, people be changing it on purpose.
On purpose.
Right? So guess what?
But that show you about today's life.
That happens right now.
That's real.
That happens right now.
That's the crazy part.
You whisper in somebody's ear, and by the time that it hit to the 80th person or whoever it is, somebody came back and was like, yo, I heard about you. What did you hear? What did you hear?
You might see a full-blown fight in there. might lick somebody in the ear.
Right? And then you gotta go back down this 80 down chain.
That's what they told me.
Figure out who did what, when, where, and why did it even start?
Why my ear got slurped. I'm just like, don't hit me with that Denzel now. No, but me personally though, like, I hate that it be this way, but this how it is. Like, I'm on a very strict, mind your fucking business diet. Okay. I'm on the mind your business diet. Now, if I'm cool with somebody, which I've been in this situation, I know all three of us have been here, and you already knew what was going on, but I wasn't. I might have done what you said. I was like, yo, you should not be doing, XYZ and such and such and such. And if that's how they felt, that's what they wanted to do. I'm not gonna put olive oil on your forehead and say, set them free from the cheating. Just
yeah.
If that's
what shall not.
That's what you want to do. Now, but here's where I bring it and swap it around though.
Okay.
Now, like I was saying in the beginning. Now, if we swap this situation, and I hope you've been here before, not with the cheating part, but I hope you've been here at least that you have a good male friend and a good homegirl.
Yeah.
They are a couple, but you know both of them.
Right.
You knew her before they were together and you knew him. Before you approach it, have you been in a situation like that where you knew both parties?
That is definitely possible. Highly possible.
Like you already, and not on no cheating stuff, like you just know, like my homeboy and my homegirl got together and they are a couple now.
Yeah.
So you've been there.
I'm there.
Now, the loyalty is equal, as you like to put these punches in here. Now the loyalty is equal. This is your girl. You know her for a minute. You know your homeboy for a minute. Now, how you approaching this situation? Or like, if one is doing it, because we gonna get to both. If both is doing it,
okay.
But if one is doing it, are you touching that? Is that your business?
No, I stay neutral. Ain't nobody trying to get into nobody's he-she mess.
Exactly.
And then you get that situation like, well, why you didn't tell me?
Exactly.
It's not my point to tell you.
Exactly.
I'm just this person that's in between. I'm your friend. I'm his friend. We like to have a good time.
Hey, you ever try to give neutral advice? Not say, hey, my friend is doing this, but hey, you keep telling me y'all are having problems. Maybe you should just, free your mind for a little while.
I do like to give suggestions.
Yeah.
I like to give suggestions, alternate routes.
That's not snitching. That's just saying.
That. Yeah, suggestions. That's just my opinion.
Y'all take a break.
What you about to do or what you ain't doing or hitting a clue.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's just a simple suggestion.
One of them Blues Clues, huh?
Like, hey, you know what I'm saying?
You don't see that paw print on your sheets?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's real talk. So you do that shit. Like, you do that shit.
You just got a letter.
You know what I'm saying? You do that stuff, man. You just give them some stuff like, hey, look, or you just bring something up, like a topic that belongs to the situation, like, hey, you seen Maury the other day, right? Or something like that,
Exactly.
That's a situation. So I don't never stay, I'm playing sides or
I'm finna get involved.
I literally stay in the middle like double dutch. You know what I'm saying? I stay in the middle. As soon as I say I'm in the middle, I don't do nothing. I don't do nothing. I ain't jumping in on the left side, I ain't jumping on the right, no sides.
Would you touch that?
No.
They're both your friend. They're both. It's not like your friend has a girlfriend and boyfriend. Your friend, boy, and your friend, girl, got together.
Yeah, I still wouldn't say nothing. Like if I saw a dude and he was like at the movies with some girl, like I would hide. Like I wouldn't want want you knowing that I know. Like, I don't want no parts of that. Like, oh, well, she knew the whole time. No, I didn't.
Yeah, that's true.
I wouldn't even, no.
You get that call in the middle of the night, so you saw me, didn't you?
No, I didn't see, no.
You know what? That is awkward. Cause I had that before. Like, I was at the movies, as we always give that disclaimer. No names will be revealed. But I ran into somebody, and it was with the incorrect specimen.
Okay. Okay.
Now, when I saw this gentleman, with the wrong woman, it was kind of like how she said, I was like, I hope this person don't see me. But when I looked and saw him, he saw me, and we kind of had locked eyes.
Oh, and you definitely.
So when we locked eyes, I was like, do I supposed to say, hey, how you doing?
No.
Or do I supposed to take off running? So, but we was real close. It wasn't like he was way across the way. Like I'm at the concession stand.
That's when you stop and tie your shoe or something.
Maybe I approached it wrong. I said, how you doing?
No. We are in the society of phones. We are in the society of phones. Why don't you act like you playing a game or something? You got a text message.
Exactly. Well, this was in the Razor phone days. So I guess I could have played Snake.
Hey, there you go. Bowling.
But he was playing Snake. He was playing Snake already. The other Snake.
He was playing Snake.
That Cobra Life. So when I ran into him, since like I said, if I would have saw him, I would have kind of like eased over somewhere else. But when I saw him, he saw me see him.
Immediately.
And we weren't far. It wasn't like I was way over there and I would have said I'm playing pinball or something.
Okay.
So what did you do?
I just said, what's up? I was just like, hey, what's up? But the fact that y'all right though, because the fact that I said, what's up, he looked uncomfortable.
Yep.
Because the person that he was cheating on was somebody that I know, like we were saying. Mm-hmm. So I knew the person he was cheating on and I know him. But it wasn't like best friends or something. It was just like, I know both of y'all.
Yeah.
But I was trying to give him this ain't my business eyes. I looked at him and I did them swirly eyes. This ain't my business. I'm just saying, hey, how y'all doing? I don't know who that is. I'm not finna introduce myself and say, right. I'm the one finna tell it. Yeah. I just said, what's up? Then I shot off and I went and watched my $1.50 movie. That's what I get for hanging out at the cheap movie theater.
And that's where you took her to?
Yeah.
Sometimes it be like that though. You know what I'm saying? The way your account is set up and you still trying to get at shorty.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You gotta get.
I ain't gonna have two. If you can't afford one, why ain't gonna
get one? Well, he probably taking them both on a budget though.
That's the reason why the $1.50 movie was created.
That's why he was there.
I thank the person to whoever that is.
He gonna have a rough Valentine's.
Because I can take any shorty doo-wop on $7. I can take any shorty doo-wop on $7. And we can have a good time. Yeah, and make sure she eat before.
So if you in his shoes though, are you finna act all funny or are you just gonna?
Well, I
when you see your homeboy seeing you where you don't supposed to be, or your.
Let me tell you what I would do. I would approach you and we'll chop it up and everything.
And will you give the don't tell nobody eyes?
I would try to get the don't tell nobody eyes, but if in case you don't get those don't tell nobody eyes, we'll have to send that smoke signal. I'll send you a text message like, yo.
You gotta use the bathroom.
Yeah. Let me holler at you real quick. You know what I'm saying? Step outside real quick. You know, let you know what's going on. So that way it ain't no funny business. You know what I'm saying? That way we on the same page to where you ain't
uneasy.
I'm safe and you safe. I'm safe and you safe.
And you're aware and you're watching a movie with sweat going down your forehead. Go watch your movie. This ain't my motherfucking business. Right. And vice versa if it's in the other shoes. Go ahead. Touch it.
What you about to say, man? You got it. What you about to say?
And when I say touch it, I don't mean me too.
This is why sometimes you gotta just confess, but not confess.
Usher style.
Just follow. Mm-hmm. Like you go home and you just say, "Hey, I saw our friend Bob today at
I'm scared.
the dollar movie. Yeah. I was at the same time I ran across so and so, and we
who are you telling this? Who are you telling this to?
The person that you're with.
Okay.
You're the one cheating. I'm talking about this is the cheater going home saying, I ran into Bob.
Okay.
And I ran into so-and-so at the same time.
Okay.
So now when Bob comes.
Okay. That made hella sense.
I ain't gonna lie. This is why women are better cheating than men.
You just go and snitch on yourself 25%.
Yeah.
Don't snitch on yourself 100%. Yeah. Snitch on yourself 25%. And say, yo, that's what happened. So when that news get back, and you can be like, oh, he told me that. Yeah. She told me that.
That is the quarter truth.
Yeah. Well, the quarter is what's required in this situation.
Yeah, because you don't want no blowback.
Now, this is the whole real thing I want to get into. That's just how we opening it up to this. Now, what I mean when I'm saying, when do you mind your business? And I want you to, think very calculated answers. Like, you see and this kind of, it really posed to everybody, but it posed to the Wild Child and me, Dr. the Velvet Jugganaut, even more. If you see a dude hit a woman, you coming out the club or wherever, and you might have had this happen for real before, and you see this happen. And I know, and I'm gonna put that disclaimer, I know this shit ain't cool. It ain't cool. I'm from the South. We from the South. We don't, this don't happen. Yeah. We don't do that. Yeah. It's not cool. That's not acceptable. But if you see that, are you getting involved? Are you saying, yo, don't do that? Are you like, even then, I ain't see that. That ain't my motherfucking business.
That is a great question. So I'm gonna even give you a personal
and you can, and deep dive.
A personal experience,
Story time.
Yeah. Here come them fables.
I got my blanket.
I came out the club one time, man, and shorty was wilding. She's
the female.
Yeah, the female.
Okay. Because sometimes the dudes are shorties these days.
Yeah. No.
Hence me.
No, female is super lit, right? She is super lit.
Yeah.
And dude brought her through. They roll together, whatever.
Yeah.
And they get in the car together. I'm literally, I'm trying to do my thing. You ain't gonna lie. I'm trying to mingle, you know what I'm saying? Do my thing, whatever.
You were trying to scoop her up or somebody else? Okay.
No.
You're like, why you getting punched? Holla at your boy.
No, I'm just enjoying the atmosphere. All I'm doing is enjoying the atmosphere. Enjoying my little lit level there.
And next thing you know, you see Hadoukens coming through.
Next thing you know, the funny thing about it is, I knew both of them, right?
Oh, shit.
So here's the kick. That's
familiar.
And even the kicker. So I knew them both. So he's driving, and she's in the passenger seat, just wailing on no dude. And they ain't even.
Oh, she hitting him.
So she hitting him.
Okay.
Like, bam, like a
and you can see this.
And I'm literally like this, like I'm watching the show.
Oh, yeah. So you have popcorn. They were having popcorn in the club.
I had a slice of pizza, matter of fact.
You better go to the club. He got to. They got popcorn.
I'm literally in the front.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm looking at everybody, and everybody watching the.
You like, do y'all see what I'm seeing?
Right?
Yeah.
Everybody watching what I'm watching. So I'm looking, and she just. All you see is like she throwing like haymakers too. Like she ain't throwing no light, and she throwing some haymakers.
Yeah.
So then
lighting his ass up.
She is lighting him up. Next thing you know, he literally looks over and just wow,
like,
whole hand like
smack Palmer.
That boy came from goddamn Alaska.
Woo!
And slapped him.
That seems
spirit hand, like put some new spirit back in there. Like it was like at least 3
So
times.
in other words, when he did it, you heard in the background, "I was born by the river."
Yeah, it was some definitely some tunes going on. Definitely some tunes going on. I was like, ooh.
So at this point, when I'm gonna pause you right there. At this point, was you like, I supposed to jump in this, or was you like,
nope,
this ain't my business.
This is none of my business.
Exactly. And why it ain't your business?
Because I mean, first of all, I've already seen him or seen her hit him.
Yeah.
Like, so she was egging him on, like she was like asking for it. It's like, hey, I want you to hit me. Because the way she was swinging, she was like, and he literally.
Did he react properly though?
It took him forever not to hit her.
Yeah.
So he's literally like sitting here like, and I'm pretty sure he said it because they was in the car by the time.
Yeah. So you didn't hear the words, you just saw what was happening.
I just literally see action.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure because he took him a while to drive off, and he's like, yo, stop hitting me. He bending her off and things like that.
Yeah.
Because he's trying to drive.
Yeah.
At the point that she's still trying to swing him and they trying to dip.
Yeah.
He literally took action into his own hands because obviously she ain't gonna stop swinging. So he literally slapped.
Damn.
Twice.
And then you said, is the bar still open?
And then I was wondering where the after hour spot was.
At that point, you was like, we fading out.
Yeah, I gotta roll out. And they rolled out together. And I don't know if they cool or not together right now, but
yeah,
or anything like that. I'm pretty sure. I don't even think they were dating at the time.
Finish him.
Yeah, but it went down.
I had something similar happen. And it was crazy too because it was people I don't know.
Right.
But I stand real firm. A man should never hit a woman.
Absolutely.
I stand real firm on that. Like, I do agree where you saying, like, where, you know, you just, it's happening, you getting hit. Hopefully you trying to, you know, push them off or just don't do that. But I've seen times that I'm aware that was a reaction. I'm not saying, sometimes you gotta punch. I'm not saying that. But I am saying, like, I've seen and heard of situations where it's like, she was beating me with skillets and pots for 3 hours, and then I hit her one time, and you're the worst guy in the world. I have heard of these situations.
Yeah.
But the situation I saw, me and my brother, and it was like a few other people, we was finna go bowling. We had got up a little squad, we finna go bowling. And it was one of them situations where it seemed like something wanted me to see this too. I was in the bowling alley already, and my brother was still in the car. So I went back out to the car, and I'm like, why you still sitting out here? Right. So I had got in the car with him. We chopping it up. I look out of his back window, and I could hear like a dude and a girl like, stop, leave me the fuck alone. Stop, leave me alone. When I say this dude, like her head went down, like she was trying to rush at him, and I saw her braids fly up. Like, so it was an uppercut. It was bow! And I just saw braids flying up, and I was like, shit! And it was kinda like Red. How, you remember when Red on Friday, how he went flying, and everybody was like, damn! Yeah. That's exactly how we was in the car. When this happened, I jumped out the passenger side, my brother jumped out the passenger side. And we was heading over there, and then by the time we got to the end of the car, I had grabbed my brother, I was like, look, and you can tell me if you think I'm wrong or right. From what I see and know, and I'm this relationship counselor. Everybody love to tell me what the fuck going on. He did this, she did that. Right. What I've seen in the majority of situations, not saying this was her situation, because I don't know this girl. Yeah. But what I do know is a lot of times this shit happens, and then you want to be Superman, and you get your ass shot trying to be Superman. Or you go over there and try to be Superman, and then while you trying to be Superman, when the police come, you are the one going to jail because she gonna take his side because, quote unquote, he hitting me because he loves me and I didn't cook the rice long enough or whatever this situation may be. And they're like, yeah, this random guy came and just hit us, start fighting us. So I was like, if I'm putting my superhero cape on right now, am I finna be the one in trouble for getting in somebody else's business? So I went back to the car. And we got back in the car. And they were still kind of fighting. And then they got in the car. And it was the same situation like you were saying. You could see a lot of commotion in the car. And then they pulled off. And then we both was like, man, I don't know. Like, but I still don't regret what I did. Because I know what I'm saying is true. Like, you go over there and then you get your ass blasted. Because you want to be in... you don't know who you're talking to. Like, what was I fucked up?
I don't think you fucked up at all. I think that... whatever she had coming to her. He probably had that animosity built up since 2008.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Whatever
and he decided to release it.
And he decided to super tiger uppercut her. You know what I'm saying? He tried to tiger uppercut her.
Exactly.
And swept her off her feet in a bad way.
Definitely. Now with hearts and love. Yeah. Our roses.
And the thing about it is the reason why I even say that you still not in the wrong position is because she still left with old dude.
Yeah, and they left together. So I might be 100% right.
You still not wrong.
Exactly.
She did with old dude. Yeah. She enjoyed that tiger uppercut, and they probably gonna get it on when they got home.
So exactly. And then she gonna say these punches are punches of love. Mm-hmm. Now, Lynneopoly, are you feeling the same way? Like,
yeah, I agree with y'all.
Yeah, a man sees another man hit a woman. Maybe it's something else I could have did. Like, do you think I should have said, yo, don't please call the cops, or should I just do what I did? Just leave the whole thing. I just left the whole thing alone.
I mean, you did the right thing. Like, if she had stayed, you know what I'm saying? Like,
behind and he left.
If she had stayed, and, maybe then, kind of help her out. But the fact she left is kind of like the decision.
She went with the
right
dude.
There.
Yeah,
that was a decision right there. So, you made the right call.
She enjoyed that love punch.
Yeah.
I mean, it's still a sad situation, but.
Exactly.
You gotta protect yourself sometimes.
That's what friends are for.
Yeah. Situation. And she gonna call her friend, probably the same one that been telling her, I told you about him. I told you need to leave him. And
she leaves him, and they date him.
Yeah.
That's how that goes.
Exactly.
So. You sure was cute, though.
Yeah.
You lost you a good one. Even though I just told you 12 stories about him beating on me.
Yeah.
He's still a good one.
He might, but he ain't gonna do it to me.
Right.
And then he gonna sell yourself on that little idea.
Right.
So I don't know. I just, like, and the thing about it, this was a minute ago, but I still was like, damn. But at the same time, I'm real big on, like, I ain't getting in your business. Mm-hmm. I'm not telling you what your dude did. And then a lot of people be like, your dude did this, your girl did that. Yeah. And they be like, oh, you hating. You trying to be in my place. Are they lying or, you know, Wild Child telling lies on you saying that you did XYZ, and now you getting that phone call. Did you say XYZ? So now I'm in the point that when somebody asks me, hey, was you with XYZ? That situation is the same thing as First 48 to me. If you say, if you say, hey, did Charlie go to KFC with you Friday? A light starts shining on me, and then I see a paperwork.
The first 48.
Yeah. And I see the paperwork.
That's when you turn into a fake voicemail.
Yeah.
Please leave
a face voicemail. I'm gonna have to send you the face mail. Exactly, cause I see a lineup. Like, anybody look familiar here? Cause I got homeboys, and I done been in this. I don't know if any of y'all been in this. I done had people hit me up, call me, and say, "Yo, can I speak to beep, whoever that may be?" And then I'm like, "Was I supposed to lie? Cause you ain't even told me I supposed to lie." Now I done snitched by accident, cause I done done that before. When I'm like, "Oh, your boy, hey, put your boy on the phone," and I'm like, "Oh." Yeah. Then that sweat going down my face, and I'm like, well, he ain't here, and I don't know what to say, so I'm just like, he ain't here, and she like, oh.
That's when you say my phone's about to die.
He ain't here?
See what I can do.
Oh, he ain't there, huh? Yeah. I got something for his ass. And I'm like, oh shit, nigga, tell me and let me know, give me my script, let me know my lines, and then I can go over my lines when I get the call. Or maybe my phone should have conveniently died. But yeah, like if you're gonna let somebody, dig that hole for me, let me know I'm in this hole.
Right.
Yeah.
So now, if your significant other or somebody say, I just don't answer the call at all. That was younger me, but now I'm just like, ooh.
Yeah,
but I have seen them random numbers, and I'm like, hey, put my boyfriend on. Oh shit.
Yeah.
Fuck.
The world hurt, bro. Like that's why cell phones and technology and social media, all this stuff nowadays it's tough, man. It's a world of hurt.
So tell me this, and this is where it's gonna get even deeper, because this is kind of a mind your business situation, but this is like as deep as it is. It's gonna get deep and dark, but it's still gonna be like it's some fucked up shit.
Right.
Like I said, I have a strict policy. I don't know shit. It don't have to just be criminal shit.
Right.
I just don't know nothing. I just don't know anything. There's nothing that I know. Don't talk to me. I'm a dumb motherfucker.
There you go.
When it comes to anything, who did what? You're walking down the street. You find a body.
Oh.
This man is dead.
Oh.
He had that same scene from the end of Scarface. Okay. He didn't have that same situation. Okay. Now, are you calling the cops? Because you are standing by a dead body now. You are standing by a dead body. Are you calling the cops and just saying, I'm trying to clear my name? Or do you think that may not go the right way?
Here's the kicker. Now.
And this is going to be a big kicker. Because yeah, I want you to deep dive on this.
Here is the kicker, bro. Because I do believe that the cops are, like you said, like I seen in the criminal shows, Criminal Minds, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Law and Order, SVU, all that good stuff.
Exactly.
All them good shows that I've seen, usually the people are they can tell how long the body has been decapitated.
Exactly.
They can tell.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So if I look at it and
it look like it been there.
In regards to my shows that I seen, and it look like it's been there.
We're basing this off A&E for a minute.
I'm gonna go ahead and make that call. But if it's something that looks still a little fresh,
you finna take off?
I'm gonna have a few question marks.
You gonna step over the body?
I might have to call when I get home. I'm home.
I don't know. You may not want to make that call.
Yeah, that's
I think if you don't make the call at that moment, you better just don't make the call. Because if you get home and say, oh, what's up, officer? I'm just trying to let you know, it was like earlier today. It was like somebody that was like dead, they was just chilling and they was kind of like, you know how when people be dead, they was just kind of dead a little bit.
I decided to go to McDonald's first.
And they gonna say, what did you do? Well, I was hungry. I wanted me a, McDouble.
You know what I'm saying? I want the Whataburger.
Yeah.
Whataburger Junior.
Exactly. After cheese.
And I passed by the body twice, you know what I'm saying? So I saw them.
I kept on walking by.
I was like, you still here?
Here's the kicker,
like, you chilling.
Here's what it is, cop, you know what I'm saying? I debated on my first time seeing it because I was hungry. And then I came back and I was like, you know what? This ain't even right, you know what I'm saying? This is somebody's mother, sister, brother, cousin, auntie, nephew. Yeah. So I'm like, I'm going to give y'all a shot. I'm giving y'all a shout out.
Well, you a family reunion on this ground, man.
You know what I'm saying? And on top of that, it was 5 o'clock somewhere, so I probably been sipping a little bit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I wasn't sure.
Did you just pour liquor on him? Just gonna pour liquor on them.
I pulled one up when I got to the crib.
I tipped my 40 to your memory.
I took one out to the crib, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, you know what I'm saying? Let me go ahead and give a shot for your boy.
Yeah.
I just saw on my way back. You know what I'm saying? On my way back.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? From getting my Whataburger Junior.
Got that.
With cheese. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's one of those. I would, in all honesty. Yeah. I probably would call right then and there.
Exactly.
Hands down. I would call right then and there and be like, yo, there's this dude ain't breathing. Dude just ain't breathing. Like, I seen him, and I had life. He ain't had life. Exactly. So I was like, well, who did that to him for him not to have?
And you were looking for one of them green mushrooms that said one up to come sliding by, but it ain't come sliding by. Okay.
It ain't come sliding by.
So you just said.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't see nobody in no white jacket or nothing. You know what I'm saying? Get this man CPR. Exactly. Like, and then I see blood running off some leaves. So I figured I'd give you a call, you know what I'm saying? I
think Kanye mentioned this before. How you approaching it, Lynneopoly?
Yeah, I would definitely call too.
Right off the bat?
Yeah. But hopefully there's like pedestrians walking by or something too. So I'm gonna get them to call too, so it's not just me.
So you gonna yell, oh my God!
Yeah, I'm gonna get, exactly.
Yeah, but okay, now I got a question for you. Now if you walk up on the body, and the body's there, and I'm gonna take your story twice. Okay. If the body's there and people are around when you approach it, at that point you're gonna holler at everybody else, say, look, you know, I wasn't here. Y'all seen it already. Right? Yeah. Now, if you walk up to the body alone, it's just you, and you see the body. Are you still making that call? Cause you don't got no backup. So you just gonna tell the truth, or are you gonna...
And he's officially.
Yeah, he is gone.
Nobody now didn't know it. But he's like dead.
He's out of here.
Like I know. Yeah, I wouldn't linger around trying to double check that he's dead or anything like that. I would look.
Yeah, this is a quick decision.
Yeah, you said the Scarface situation. Yeah, I would just look and keep going. Like, okay, he's gone. And just go, Cause next thing you know, you talking about you went to Whataburger, you got a number 1. And then I'm like, you just say you got a number 1, but did you get a junior? Yeah. I thought you said a junior, and it's like now you're under the spotlight.
You know you done fucked up. Yeah. You know you done fucked up.
Yeah. And I'm like, I'm just trying to go back to work. Like,
and you can call me crazy too. So. And hey, I don't mind. You can call us out, but what I'm doing, I run across a body. I hope this never happens. But if I run into a body, I'm going to the house. And the reason why, I'm gonna tell you why, and that's not cool, I already understand that and stuff, and you know, it'll be early condolence to their family. I hope that don't happen, but what I'm saying is if I run into a body and I make that call, yo, this guy was chilling here in the deceased state. Yeah. He has failed to exist. So cease to exist. This is what's going on. I'm shooting out. And the reason I ain't finna take off running and make myself look like I did it, but I'm like, God damn, that nigga dead. And I'm gonna keep walking. I'm like, boy, I hope this cheeseburger good. I ain't even gonna think about it. I ain't even gonna talk about it. I ain't even gonna tell my homeboy, boy, you know, I walked from the store, got a little cheeseburger, got a little apple pie. Nigga was dead. No. I ain't mentioning that. It will never come up in conversation. Okay. This never happened. And my reasoning being is if I make that phone call and say, yo, I found the dead body, my question is like, are you going to really believe that I was just walking from the restaurant or I went and grabbed me a Gatorade or whatever the case is, and I ran across this, and that's what happened, and that's the end of it. That's what happened.
And then speaking of that, if you just run into McDonald's or whatever, you're probably dressed like whatever. So they show up, they see you dressed like, you know, like a
and you say you want these cheeseburgers?
Like they see you dressed like Hamburglar. And then like, you must be the one. Come on and get in the car.
Got the Ninja Turtle bandana on your eyes and shit.
Yeah, man, I can't. I really can't.
Are we fucked up? If
in regards to you not saying nothing?
To nobody.
Like I said, in my personal opinion, because like I said, that could be somebody's family member.
Oh, it is. It is. Of course.
It is. So for you not to say nothing, then and that's even with somebody there or not.
Yeah.
Like in my opinion, I think that is fucked up because somebody misses somebody.
Yeah. And in my religious beliefs, I feel very bad. I'll be like, man, this is not right. But in my personal beliefs, and you know, if we're just saying, what do I think is going to happen? What's going to come of this? Yeah. If I say, I'm just a guy walking down the street, finding a dead body while I'm trying to eat cheeseburgers.
Yeah.
And I'm aware they got to do their job. They're going to ask, they ain't going to say, cool. thanks for reporting the body while you trying to finish your cheeseburger. Right. That's not going to happen. I know there going to be more questions, but am I finna go to jail behind this shit?
Exactly. The thing is, it's not about not trying to be a good person or whatever. It's just like you don't want to be caught up in that because now you're trying to point out suspects and all this stuff.
What time was it?
You have to go back home and live in the same neighborhood, but the cop goes off.
Keep popping at your house with their business cards.
Yeah, next thing you know, then now they got you to. Ooh, he don't want to report that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
now you got to live with.
Now that. You're on the street.
Exactly. I've seen 1,000,000 times on First 48 when somebody tell it, and then they say, "I think they're gonna come back and get me," and they say, "No, you're good. You're in quote unquote protective custody or whatever," and then they get blasted up, and then they say, "Oh, we was almost finna protect them." Now it's a whole nother case.
Yep. And now we're gonna find out what happened to him.
Exactly. That's another case to be solved. And I'm not saying that's what always happens. Right. That's what could happen. But take this: if we'll throw a wrench in the situation, I walk up and the man is not dead yet. Mm-hmm. Somebody been shot up, and he's like, "Oh, help! Please help me." He's not looking so good. He glossy-eyed. He looking like Kane at the end of Menace to Society.
Okay.
The blood coming out of his mouth. His eyes glazing over. He gray in the eyes. Are you finna? And we know the correct answer, the proper answer. Mm-hmm. Are you getting involved? Because what if he don't make it while you standing there? How you reacting to that?
I'm still calling. I'm still calling, bro. Like I don't know. I guess I got a weak side or a little cotton swab heart or whatever.
And that one could go the opposite way too. Yeah. Because if you find the body and then you don't, and then they say he probably could have made it if you would have called.
Now you consider them, you know what I'm saying, part of the.
And now that's on your conscience.
That's one that I do feel real shaky about. Because now the correct answer is just to say, yeah, the man is dying. I'm finna help the man. But I guess it's selfish though too. For they be like, what's gonna happen to me if I do this? But I kind of do feel like that. Like if I make the call and then when they get there, I'm like, yeah, he didn't make it.
And you in handcuffs.
Yeah. So I'm thinking, what happens? What happens next? Like, should I have not? If just say you did that and you went to jail and you served however, which probably is life, depending on how the states, how the law is around here, which I'm assuming is life. Now you get that charge. Are you feeling content? Are you like, I served my purpose. I did what I was supposed to do.
I ain't serving no purpose. Yeah. You gave me life on something that I didn't even do.
And you didn't even get to finish your cheeseburger.
I didn't even get to finish my cheeseburger, man. That was my last. But like that.
Your direct deposit is shut down.
Right.
You ain't got debit cards no more. You're on the commissary.
Right.
Commissary's looking empty. Seem like they forgot about me.
And people when people go to jail, that's what like people forget about people. Right?
Exactly.
Unfortunately,
and now that guy's off living his life.
Yeah.
He done got saved and probably he's back up.
Well, if he living his life, you should not be in jail. Hold on.
He's not gonna snitch. That's how he got
Hold on. Who living their life? The man that's dead living his life?
I thought he made it.
No, I'm saying the guy was he was almost finna make it, and then he died before the ambulance got there. Now you can call it murder charge, because when you was trying to help him, he didn't make it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because hold on. If I go to jail and he lived, I'm gonna say, homeboy, I'm trying to help you, and you say, yeah, that boy did it.
You seen me. You seen me.
You seen it.
You see me on the phone.
That's a little bit different now.
Well, okay.
Oh, okay. I thought he was gonna make it, because I was gonna say that I would cover my face.
Well, I'm gonna get in contact with Al Sharpton.
And then call the police, because I wouldn't want him to even see me either.
Yeah.
Right.
I would be like, you're alive, and cover my face.
Ooh, you better not be putting a mask on. You gotta go future, mask off. In that situation, is mask off. I don't want to look nothing suspicious. They pull up and then they see Kodak Black right there with the ski mask on.
You got your ninja suit on.
Yeah.
Say somebody.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, man. I can't, man. The dude's laying there, and he's
out of here.
Post.
Oh, okay.
I'm calling.
Yeah, I'm calling.
There ain't no way in heck that I ain't calling. I don't know how much I'm gonna help him, because I ain't no doctor. I ain't got no white coat.
Yeah.
In regards to the situation, I just know that I'm calling. And for whatever little limited life that he has and whatever minimum training that I got in regards to watching movies and et cetera, I'm gonna try to help the best way I can. I'm not
now follow me here.
The best way I can.
Follow me here. When is it okay to snitch? Now, and I want you to hear what I'm saying, because we know the answer is you should not be snitching. Now, with snitching, okay, if you caught up in somebody else did some shit, you didn't do it. But somehow, like I seen one time on First 48, a dude was innocent. Just say if this happened to you. I'm just gonna put you in their situation. Okay. Homeboy picks him up, says, I'm gonna take you to work. Mm-hmm. Before he took his homeboy to work, it was the guy and another guy. They went and did a drive-by. Ooh. He dropped his other friend off. And then he went and picked his other friend up.
And they got hit.
And then I think the camera saw him with him. They stopped somewhere else and the camera saw them two together. Mm-hmm. So he became a suspect. Then he literally was going to work. He got dropped off at work by his homeboy. Yeah. He caught a murder charge for going to work. At this point, is this one of them situations where you like, and they like, he's going down and you going down too?
Snitching. I'm snitching. Straight up, bro. I'm not gonna let your life decisions affect my life decision.
Exactly.
My life decision was to go to work that day.
Exactly. This happened before you got picked up.
I'm going to work. That's my whole point in life is to go to work.
You don't know what happened before you got picked up.
I don't know what happened before me.
Yeah.
Something that happened before. Boy, I'm Tweety Bird, bro. I'm singing, bro. I am a sweet.
You got a Twitter fingers, don't you?
Boy, I am singing loud. Yeah, cop. Yeah, I don't know what happened before me, but
I'm trying to go to work. Yeah,
that was them. I was literally trying to go to work.
Yeah, because they already marked the vehicle. Yep. They already marked the plates, and then they saw you in the car. They didn't have footage of the other situation. They just got the footage of you in the car.
I am Tweety Bird, bro.
Same. You rolling the same Lynneopoly?
Oh, what?
Yeah, oh my God, you in?
No, that's sleep.
Y'all put so much stuff in my cup.
Yeah, something was in her cup, and Bill Cosby ain't here. Oh. I must have messed her pudding up.
No, what's your answer?
Your friend picks you up for work.
Yeah.
When your friend picks you up and takes you to work, your friend just did a murder prior to picking you up. You're caught up in this murder. Are you snitching?
I mean, I would try not to. I would do my best.
No.
To not. But, no. I mean, the fact of they're your friend, they would be like, hey, they didn't have any involvement in this.
Nope.
Like, whatever's going on.
Now, if they don't clear that up?
Yeah, if they're not going to clear that up, then it's like, why am I going to sit here and take,
I'm snitching.
And I didn't even
right off the bat.
I didn't
first chance I get, bro, I'm snitching.
You know what?
And I didn't even do anything.
You know what? I kind of agree with her. But I think I'm more, cause I ain't gonna lie. In that particular, and I'm an anti-snitch. I ain't rolling with you with this, that. I don't know shit. I'm stepping over bodies if I got to get home. But in that situation, I guess I'll fill it out. And if once I know that I'm finna go down, if you just asking me, I'm like, I don't know shit. I went to work, But if you get to the point where you're like, well, you're facing this many years, and I know they do that anyway. I know
they're showing me tapes saying that.
Yeah, but you showing me footage. Yeah,
I did it. No, they're confessing and stuff.
You showing me the footage of me, then I might have to let you know what's up. Now I am gonna say this because I am anti-snitch. Now, if I know somebody did something, somebody selling dope or whatever they may be doing, I'm not. I am never voluntarily snitching.
Right.
And probably even if I know somebody did, I know this person did that, they did a freaking murder or something.
Right.
I'm not gonna purposely just say, hey, I'm just in a mood to snitch.
Right.
Now, if you caught up in this shit, that's a bit different.
Right.
Now, at the same time, if I'm not, I think if you sitting there and you writing statements and shit like that ain't cool. To me, that ain't cool. If you were, and unless you are caught up in a murder for going to work.
Right.
But if it's just some, voluntarily, you just volunteer, you're like, yeah, I know.
I ain't gonna voluntarily snitch, bro. I ain't gonna voluntarily snitch, but if that...
I won't even snitch at work. If I'm close to getting fired behind somebody else did something and I did something, or they did something and it's looking like I might have did it too, I'm probably still, I'd take that hit. I got a cool resume. I may be crazy for that, but I'm not. If I think what I'm gonna do is finna fuck somebody else up, I might take that hit.
Fuck that. I ain't taking no hit behind nobody. No. I ain't taking no hit behind nobody.
But hear me though. This if it's somebody, it depends on how cool we are. Now, if I'm not just saying Bob did this. Now, if we close like that, if me and you at work and you did whatever, and then they come ask me, did you do that? I don't know. And they're like, you're about to get fired. And they're like, and they kind of think I've been doing it too. Then I might just take that hit. Now, that's probably might be strange. It sounds crazy and shit like that, but I think that's almost like just voluntary. I'm just volunteering information. I know they're asking me. I know I'm on a chopping block too, though. But the pressure got to be on for me to snitch. Like you said, I'm facing murder and shit.
But that's the shit I'm talking about. Like, it has to be like something like, yo, in regards to the work situation, I'm like, yo, we gotta talk.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have to have that conversation.
Yeah, and that's gonna happen behind the scenes too.
Yeah, so that's gonna have to happen. In regards
now, if they just like, I don't care. I was already looking for another job. Yeah. But if they, if you land on the floor crying and stuff, holding on to my ankle, I'm like, let my ankle go.
We're gonna get through this.
And then I'm like, I'm like, hey, you checked out Career Builders. We can apply together. And we can get
both go down. And that's some shit. That's some cool shit. Now, I ain't gonna lie, that's some cool shit.
Yeah.
So, but in regards to like me going to jail,
see,
like that's my livelihood.
Yeah.
That's my whole livelihood.
Everything finna change.
So, in regards to that, that's a fine line. Like me, finding another job. Cool.
Yeah.
I didn't like the shit anymore.
Yeah.
Cool. No worries. But in regards to saying, hey, I gotta serve 5 to 10 in the penitentiary over some dumb shit that you did, and all I was trying to do was go to work.
Yeah.
Tweety bird, my bro.
Yeah.
Tweety motherfucking bird, my bro. Like, you ain't gonna mess with my livelihood in regards to you doing some dumb shit, and all I'm trying to do is make an honest living.
So check this out. Your neighbor is, y'all cool. Y'all not best of friends. Y'all cool.
Okay.
He has a meth lab.
Okay.
And you live in an apartment. There ain't no house or nothing. Like, he ain't down the street. He's literally, you might probably smell it through your vents every once in a while. He got a meth lab over there. They always over there. They asking you questions and shit. Are you involved in this or you don't know shit?
I'm deaf, blind, and dumb. Meth is a serious offense.
Yeah.
Meth is a serious offense. I don't know. Huh? Meth who?
How do you feel about this, Lynna?
Yeah, I'm not saying nothing either.
I ain't saying a goddamn thing. Meth what? Meth who? Is that a woman named Meth? She probably was on here last night.
Exactly.
I don't know.
Because that's, and before we end up wrapping it up in a minute, that's my whole point. I mind my motherfucking business. I don't know who's cheating. I don't know who's smoking crack. I don't know who's got a meth lab. And whoops, I hope this blood ain't on my shoe. Because, and it's not because I'm doing shit or we doing shit. It's just because I don't know I don't care. I'll go to work and I go home.
That's it.
And I talk to y'all. But that's all that happens here. Like, so I don't care what anybody do. I'm not involving myself in what you got going on and stuff. Now, in the situation like you said, what we were just talking about, somebody picked you up and then they done some other shit. He kind of pulled you in this shit.
Yeah, no, I don't want that.
He kind of drug you there. So I don't I really don't call that snitching. I call that just clearing your name, because if I get you in some shit and you didn't know this was going on,
exactly.
That's almost like what I said about your girlfriend calls me and say, where he at? He told me, like, it's way different, but it's really the same thing. I don't know I'm in this.
So with that, like, what if it's reversed? Like, what if you did the crime and you picked up your friend? Would you clear their name, or you would be like, just say, hey, I didn't do nothing. That's what you're gonna stick with, and whoever goes down goes down.
And see,
That's the kicker. Depends on what type of friends it is to me. Like, if that's my boy, my ride or die, then I'm clear.
Yeah.
If that's that dude that I'm like, I really didn't like anyway.
I just need a ride.
I picked you up on purpose.
Yeah.
You might have to come with me.
Yeah.
You might have to come with me. I ain't like you anyway. You might have to come with me, bro.
Come with me.
You might be in the orange show suits together, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
Right up.
Beefing from across the way.
That's right.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a crazy way to look at it too, because, if that's where we at, then, it is what it is. But I think if you pull me in it, that's one thing, and I ain't gonna pull nobody in shit. But I think she has a good point too, because if somebody pulls you in it, one side of me kind of think you could have cleared my name, but another side of me, and I'm not saying that's cool that you pulled me in it, you probably got me in it because you ain't saying, okay, I did the killing all by myself.
That's right.
He didn't do the killing, just me. But you still did the killing. Now you doing that. So he's saying I didn't do the killing at all. He quote unquote clearing your name. He's saying he didn't do the killing either. We didn't do the killing.
Yeah,
but the cop's saying, who did the killing?
Yep.
And he's saying, well, it wasn't us. And him just denying his own name is fucking you up.
Yeah.
So if you snitch, is that voluntary? Are you volunteering info?
I'm snitching, bro.
Yeah.
How far are you snitching though? Are you saying like I just wasn't there? That's all you're gonna say?
I'm just telling what I know. Like,
yeah, are you gonna, she got a point. Are you saying
you gonna be
he
like,
did it? Or are you just saying,
no,
I got picked up and I went to work?
I'm not gonna say that he did it because I don't know what happened prior to me. I don't know what the fuck happened. I
so,
got in the car so he could take me to work.
So they pick you up. So they get you, and you say, hey, I was just going to work. And they say, stand up, put your hands behind your back. And you say, or, it could have been before me, cause this shit could have happened. It just didn't, like, are you doing that?
No, I'm like, look, check what you need to check. I'm like, pull up street camera, pull up everything that you need to pull up.
See, when he picked me up and where I went to.
Just know, and I was like...
But you probably could be like, was I at work? Well, they gonna know you was at work, cause it happened before you went to work. But was you involved with that part? Like, is where they concerned.
Somebody has to vouch, and I'm pretty sure somebody would have to vouch conversations, text messages, anything like that would have to vouch of what I was doing, how I was doing, where I was doing it at.
Whistle while you snitch. We out of here, man. I'm gonna go on and make sure y'all know where to hit us at. Make sure to check us on YouTube, Velvet Jugganaut YouTube channel. Make sure to hit me up if you need to get in contact with me. Email 100%velvet@gmail.com. That's 100 the number % spelled out velvet@gmail.com. And then how can I hit you, my guy?
S-A as in the sound, A as in alpha, wild child @gmail.com.
Wilderness.
Yes, it is. It's S-A wildchild @gmail.com.
Hi, and how you get in touch with the Lynneopoly?
It's just that, Lynneopoly@gmail.com.
And how are we spelling that?
L-Y, 2 N's, E, Opoly @gmail.com.
So you're gonna be extra with the E. That's That's cool.
Hey man, y'all holler at us, and if you got to, whistle while you snitch.
You know.